Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, evening, and amazing, spectacular Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda, hero of sight, defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1v1 on Bocage. In the north, it is JDSJDS fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin, here with the glorious 7th Guards Mechanized Corps with airborne troops featuring airdrop weapons, pair-drop heavy machine guns, airborne rally points, Guards, airborne troops, and the rocket run with double infantry and to take the bullets versus south. That is Baoliang fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. The Sperrverbande Wolf here with defensive doctrine featuring Osttruppen, defensive fortifications, the Stug 3E, Pack 43s, and sector artillery with infantry pack and infantry bullets. Well, the Panther was taking his infantry bullets as well. But anyways, Osttruppen 94 to study for Baoliang. There seems to be a resurgence of Osttruppen builds by the way recently, as people just realise you just go for a lot of them, it seems, and it actually works. So one Osttruppen squad MD42 versus double conscripts, and always a big hearty thanks to my personal company here, my patron supporters, these champions, these heroes who keep in the business. You too can join their splendorous, glamorous ranks by pledging on Patreon itself. You can also just donate. A link's in the video description. Also, do comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. That can also do a lot to help me out there versus the YouTube algorithms. Engineers versus the Osttruppen. First shots fired here. Full Osttruppen squad versus the engineers quickly pulling into a car, but just so they can get their part of the car burns up to here. The heavy car won't apply, but at least they can hit something. A third control there for JDS, who of course now finds himself at the receiving end of the Osttruppen squad strategy, and of course is wondering, well, what the hell? Possibly, anyways. Osttruppen going westwards here for Baoliang. He's falling a bit back here. Machine gun support the Osttruppens. We'll of course have to see how many goes for. 4 seems to the minimum. In some players go for 5 or more Osttruppen. Grab these munitions here for the conscripts. But speedily flooding field. There you go. Third Osttruppen squad there for Baoliang. Conscript coming up there by the western victory point. Shots fired. The Osttruppen rolling into some cover there, so again they can actually hit something. Osttruppen holding up, then before troop positioning to support the Osttruppen on the west. Osttruppen squad remains here just to act as a block there and slightly tripwire element there. Pioneers position in the south. Could lay down some sandbags. Third Osttruppen squad right there for Baoliang. MD4 doing the conscripts upon the Osttruppen here. In the centre, engineers holding back, and so the conscript looks like they might be looking to try and outmaneuver here Baoliang for the south. Not a bad manoeuvre. Fourth conscript there for JDS, who with airborne troops will like to, of course, look to equip as many of them with SPT-40 semi-automatics as possible. Steadily advancing here up the west side, we've got a heavy cover that's going to put a stop to any heavy assault there. Osttruppen with Pioneer support here as the conscripts by the car and they're disrupting Baoliang's early fuel flow. Can go for a fourth Osttruppen squad now. Will he actually just try and take up, or what is Baoliang planning here? You can't quite tell there. He's moving forwards, but I'd imagine he wants more Osttruppen. Should definitely be going for more of them now. More pressure around the car point as that becomes a scene of intense fighting, but at the same time, fourth Osttruppen squad for Baoliang. At the same time, other squad moving up here, pulling into covers the conscripts here, fighting the west here, getting some issues there. Engineers flanking Osttruppen before dealing with the conscripts, but it's coming at a high cost there due to the Osttruppen. In the south here, skirmishing continues. Looks like he's backing off a bit up north there. Osttruppen versus conscripts, bleeding continues. I mean, there's just bleeding all over the place. Machine gun Osttruppen retreats in the end. The engagement was won here by JDS in the west. Bit of a rougher start there for Baoliang, and there you go. Fourth Osttruppen squad out. Will he go for fifth one, or what will he go for? Field hospitals up there for JDS and the Red Army. Osttruppen forwards to captain the conscripts, and the west here points being seized by the nearest the conscript. Osttruppen routed. Moving forwards here. Back here, reinforcing healing. Nothing further on the base there for Baoliang. No tech, just reinforcements. Or that matter, no, the Osttruppen squad. I think we've got a bunker up there. Heavy fighting here. 2 Osttruppen squads, 2 conscripts. The conscripts are low on health, but they're on heavy covers. So this could swing either way here for Baoliang, and JDS will probably depend on some good luck. And if the active focus is on the right squad, and there you go. Looks like the conscripts end up bleeding out here against the Osttruppen, so there's a chance he could actually win. First weapon drop for JDS and the Red Army. So using the eastern point here with the Pioneer. Very good there, very good. Further heavy fighting here, but the Osttruppen are looking like they now have the upper hand here against JDS's Frontovics. Machine gun moving up here. Bunker there being upgraded. We got to take as well there for Baoliang. So 4 Osttruppen, 1 MD42 here. Conscript rally in the centre here as the Osttruppen push through for the glory of Deutschland. Back here, reinforcing healing, and of course being equipped with the SPT-40 semi-automatics. We got the Osttruppen at the west side, engineers pushing there, so we got a big swing here. Could go for the car point, he can go for the fuel point at the same time. He can also soon begin laying down sandbags for the Osttruppen. Certainly yet some further complications here for JDS and retaking territory. So now Baoliang is turning the tide around here. And I think JDS is lining up for a counter push here, because if he rushes in just willy-nilly and piecemeal, he could allow Baoliang to easily defeat him, but he makes, I think, a good push. He could definitely, I think, disrupt Baoliang and regain initiative. But we shall see, of course, what JDS exactly does. We got the infantry sitting up. He defend the car point alongside the Ostrom. Very good. Conscripts caught here and suppressed. Ostrom squad, they're gaining veterans 1. Actually, 8 kills. That's fairly impressive. Got the western fuel pump in neutral. Tech done. We should, of course, see what follows the Baoliang. Will it be some Panther going to deal? Will it be some light vehicles? Will he try and rush ahead? Who knows? Ostrom there being supported there, but there you go. Conscript flank support. Flanking infantry. We got Morstrom rushing in for Baoliang to deal with that. Pioneers retreating from the east. Conscript their ground point there. Morstrom around on the scene here. Almost got the western fuel pump. The machine has been cleared out here by JDS's Frontovix. Baoliang needs to be, I think, fairly careful about that. Could become rather painful for him. There you go, routed. Conscript they've been suppressed. Ostrom continue to hold out. They almost got the car force. There you go. Baoliang now in a very strong leading position versus JDS and the Red Army with a lot of Ostrom and an MG42. Meanwhile, JD, of course, looking to perhaps avoid the main force of Ostrom for now, to bring up some heavy suppressor fire or other measures. Support company up could in fact mean a maximum here. We got sandbags in the middle of the road here from Baoliang, establishing a fourth position which to disrupt JDS's pushes further. So right now JD is cut off, and of course Baoliang is now in a potentially really strong position if he just theoretically rush ahead in terms of resources. It would be risky, but theoretically he could do it. He could like try and rush out Ostwind. He could try that. Obviously it's not something I'd advise. He could try and make the attempt, but it would be super risky. But we shall see what he does here. Back engagement, better reinforcement healing. Got the Ostrom. We got a machine gun bunker on the car point. Well, we're basically with the plots going in the front line there. Baoliang set up a machine gun bunker on the car point. Bold and aggressive, and certainly fairly unexpected. Thumbs up there to Baoliang. Hey Petrov! Yeah, aren't they supposed to be in the enemy's base? I think they can build them outside of them too. That's not fair. Well, war isn't about who's the most fair now, is it? I suppose not. I just can't help but feel it's a bit dirty. Pioneers moving up here, constantly around there as well. So yeah, even if he gets the fuel point, it's going to be very difficult to just get the car point. We got a different machine in there for JDS to, of course, help deal with Baoliang's infantry. Very good investment there. And Baoliang is, in fact, rushing for Tier 3. He is taking advantage of this fuel lead to just try and run down JDS with possibly a fast Ostwind or something else, or I don't know, Stugis. They're honestly just going for an Ostwind is going to be, I think, a ton better. Ostrom dealing with the conscripts. 11 kills in these veteran 2 chaps. Fun fact about Ostrom, the Germans actually had their own separate medals and awards for them. Well, medals, it was more like ribbons, but you know. Little fun fact there. Ostrom dealing with the conscripts there. Machine holding up here. Additional fun fact, they also have Ostkavallerie, which are basically just Cossacks serving the German army. But they're primarily used for security elements, you know, policing, stuff like that. Conscript around the centre there. Get tech almost down there for Baoliang. We got the tech as well here for JDS. Can go for fast T-7. Baoliang theoretically could like counter that with a Stugon Ostwind. If he can get the fuel points back fast enough here, but good work there with JDS actually getting fuel points back, at least out of Baoliang's hands. I think it's just as crucial there. Ostrom doing the info to and info doing the conscript close forcing retreat. They're very good, but these important here. We've got conquering forwards, heavy machine supporting. Good push there by JDS, trying to avoid the main force of Baoliang to just hit the more weaker elements there. Very good. Engineers flanking the machine gun bunker, trying to lay down perhaps a demo charge, but he's actually short of munitions, and so his raid on the bunker is disrupted and aborted. What the fight here in the southeastern fuel plant being once more reclaimed by the Soviet Union and Communist Stalin. Baoliang can of course open up against setting up support, of course. Just as soon as he has like, you know, anything in terms of resources he can get out from, he can just push the button and not have to like wait any further. Meanwhile, JDS getting close to the T-7 light tank here versus Baoliang. Ostrom and Counter going and Pioneers all clashing over the western fuel point. We got the disc coming from the southeast attack more towards the centre. And there you go, Frontovix routed by Baoliang. T-70 is a bit of a minute away there from JDS, but under in fact. At Baoliang's base, nothing further happening. Going for more carve points, another weapon drop here for JDS. He certainly hasn't been able to get that many down because he's just had to spend munitions on a lot of things. But also, Baoliang's disruption has been quite effective as JDS, making it harder for JDS to just get the resources he wants here versus Baoliang. That's it. Really good field harassment here by JDS, and definitely taking a lot of momentum out of Baoliang. And Baoliang seems to be starting here with harassment and how to deal with it. So this is also great for JDS. That said, Baoliang still in position 19 rush out and Osman here versus JDS. We can actually go for the T-70 now. Or a Stug if he needs it. Panther going to do here for Baoliang, possibly to leave himself open for a Panther Shrek in case he doesn't get out something fast enough here versus JDS. We got the flamethrower used out of the machine gun bunker again. Bit short munition still for the demolition charge. Panther squad, they're ready for Baoliang and the German army. Spare for Bander Wolf. Bunker being burned out. T-70 light tank halfway down there for JDS and the Red Army. Could consider calling some guards airborne. Here's a bit of extra measure here versus Baoliang. Panther going to be around dealing with the conscripts. Support up there for Baoliang. Roughly a minute away from a Stu 3G, which can certainly counter the T-70. At least help deal with it. Bunker finally breaks down under JDS's scathing counterattack. Machine gun bunker moving about. T-Ground Eastern Point there. Could lay down some sandbags of his own with the Ostruppen. Bit of skirmishing there. So what would be interesting if he goes for the Ostruppen here or the Stug. You could try and save for the Panther 4, but typically in these situations you really just go for it as fast as not the Panther 4. So we shall see here what Baoliang specifically goes for himself. He could also theoretically go in the Stug now, though obviously less great against the T-70. Again, just there you go. Gabaldi landing in the machine crew there. Could get a one. There you go, down to one man. And there you go. Baoliang's Panther goes in there, exiting the last survivor, leaving him to die amongst the rest there in the stream. And he grabs the DSJDS machine. No, doesn't. We got Constable in there. Oh, does grab it. Up north here, T-70 engaging there. Baoliang's MD-42 crew got the Ostroming up the flank. He could have threatened with the Panther first there. Moving up the Ostroming to treat the Panther grenades alongside the DSJDS here. And now can go for the Stug 3G, but he's also very close to the Ostroming here versus JDS. And may just go for that. I mean, JDS, meanwhile, is clearly not quite expecting anything out of the support called rush. And there you go, Ostroming out there. That said again, without the fuel harassment, that Ostroming could have hit, like, you know, several minutes earlier. But he clearly had an impact. And so I think it's giving JDS a bit more room, but he's going to need a field gun soon. Probably more than one. We got the Ostroming to the continent in the south. We've got the continent for the southern field point. Ostroming halfway down there for Baoliang. Should have laid down some sandbags around here when he had the time. I mean, the Ostroming just getting murdered out in the open for a good purpose. Ooh, instant jump into the other T-70 doing heavy damage, plus the Panther was there. Nice there for Baoliang, and almost got the Ostroming ready, which could probably then move in to finish it off. I mean, it's worth noting here that JDS, with everything else going on, hasn't researched grenades at all. So there's not really much that can actually stop the Ostroming just rushing in and finishing it off there, I think. Another bit of fuel harassment again. Excellent work there by JDS, thumbs up. Panther's getting ready, troops getting out there as well. This guy's being dispatched as well. This is the flank of the MD-42, and there you go, Flak Panzer moving forwards. Field gun on the way there for JDS finally. Took a bit of a while to get there. Panzer going for the Eastern conscripts. Awesome setting out. Catching the Frontovics and routing them. Engaging the conscripts with some good old German flak fire. Punching some very large 30mm of shaped holes in them. T-70 they finally got its engine fixed, but the Ostroming is going to go for it. Field gun those ready, there you go, shot fired. Flak Panther returns the favour. Field gun those ready, and there you go, big hole in the Flak Panther, but he might be able to get the T-70 knocked out anyways. Nope. Ostroming loads just the wrong time and forces it to pull back there. Still, that T-70 is going to then spend even more time being repaired, so it's not a complete waste of Baoliang anyways, though. Obviously, he needs to fix up his own Ostroming as well, and may want to consider some more pioneers for that purpose. Still, Baoliang back in control here versus JDS. Having an additional heavy machine gun team there certainly doesn't hurt either. Black Panther delivering repairs, close to veteran 2-1. Grand lost in field pawn as well. We'll have to see what he goes for next. I mean, he could technically get away with a second Ostwind, I think. I mean, JDS is certainly going to have a hard time responding to double Ostwinds right now, so it's an option here for Baoliang to consider, though a Stu could also be a nice, safe option as well. They're just going for a Panther 4. Another weapon drop there for JDS and the Red Army. Ostwind's almost good to go here. 0 kills, but close to veterans. 110. Didn't a lot of damage to the 270. There we go. Tier 4 for Baoliang. I think for a minimum, at least just to equip light machine guns here, but I definitely don't think you just rush for tier 4 with just an Ostwind. I think that's a bit ambitious there for Baoliang. A bit too ambitious, perhaps even. Got the Ostwind ahead again, getting the T70, about to reach veterans 1. There we go. We're seeing outfit joining in as well there. Ostwind actually blocks the guns from getting to the machine. That's a bit awkward there. He just teleports through it, I guess. That works. But I think to have to treat that machine gun there, it is very low on health. But it's a shame here for Baoliang to lose a veteran machine crew there against JDS and the Red Army. Take almost done. See some Russian machines. The Ostwind wasn't really expecting to be that close and toughness. A lot of damage there, but the Pioneers themselves suffered for it as well. Fighting for the car point there. Got Dishka flanked by the Soviets and forced to retreat here. Need to fix up the Ostwind once more. And there you go, tier 4 done. I imagine we'll be seeing a lot of light machine and tier 4 troops as a priority there for Baoliang. Beyond that, who knows? Real attack around there. One light machine upgrade. No additional light machine upgrades for now. I mean, you'd think, yeah, there we go, another one away there for Baoliang. Third one. And just that squat there as well. Need to get an machine gun upgraded. And that's going to be 4 light machines in the Ostwind then. Ostwind getting hammered. T70. Ostwind getting flanked with T70 joining in. The fun there. 15 kills, 22 excellent kill rate there for the T70 so far. Obviously, it is against Ostwind, so it's a little less impressive. Got to up then one of Baoliang's Ostwind squads. I'm on loss there for the German army. Still needs one Ostwind squad to equip with MG42. Could go for Stu 3G here. Could also just go for another Ostwind. They could go for a Panther 4. We shall of course see what Baoliang does. MD4 with the T-Sim light tank. We got 414 versus 331. There we go. Sturmgeschütz 3 Ostwind there for Baoliang and German army. Mechanized armor company meanwhile for JDS and the Red Army. Fixing up the Ostwind, which is ever closer to veteran 2 and increased rate of fire, plus improved anti-aircraft performance. Southern field pump once being claimed by JDS and the Red Army. No conflict caught with the Flak Panzer. So it's not hitting a lot there, and so ends up doing very, very little damage here to JDS's infantry. Awesome squad almost wiped out. The light machine ultimately wasn't enough to act as a deterrent there to the Soviet infantry. There you go, Flak Panther further pushed back. That's the threat of the field gun. Back down infantry is a bit of a problem. There you go, Stu 3G arrives here for Baoliang. Ostwind got 1 kill finally, 2 kills, very close to the infantry there being absolutely decimated with the Flak Panzer, though happening at a slightly slower pace. Field gun gets ready on the field. Ostwind in the east, more progress here from Baoliang. Looks out maneuver here, JDS. We're starting to get perhaps a bit extended. But admittedly so is Baoliang. Machine gun there getting flanked. Forcing a retreat here for Baoliang in the centre. Stuck moving forwards. Good hit by the Ostwind. The Stuck actually misses. Bit of whiff there for Baoliang. Fighting the field gun out, move to the Flak Panther. The only field gun, they could actually technically clear it up the Ostwind while the Stuck goes for the T70. I think that could actually work out here for Baoliang. See with a bit of Panther support. There we go. Stuck going forward. Almost got the control. Their field constantly being pushed back. Since if it stops up, the Ostwind pretty much clears it out and may still, of course, do so. Anti-tank grenades still not researching for the ADS. Still not. Good from the T70. Ostwind, oh, blocks the field allowing the Ostwind to get close, but it's not moving in there. He's actually worried about anti-tank grenades, so something's going the other way, though. Machine as well added on the Sturmgeschütz. Thumbs up. There we go. Stuck wipes enough guns that's allowed to force the crew to abandon and can deal with alongside the Ostwind. Very good. Ostwind another 7 kills. So there we go. Destroys JDS anti-tank. Of course, he has gone for another SIS-3 division field gun before he lost the first one. Good there. More pioneers of Baoliang to assist the repairs. Also very good there. Very good. Something the Stug further in here. Baoliang is clearly fearless, but needs to be careful to remember it's a Stug, and no matter how much of a Wunderwaffe it is, it's got its limits. The south here we got the conscript riding in before 2 Ostmen to deal with that though. 8 kills. Front of X sent packing here by Flak Panzermite under Baoliang's command. Conscript call on there with the Ostruppen. That's not a conscript, that's just a heavy machine gun team there. Disco joining on that, and there you go, T-Sim strike on the flank. Stug gets a good hit. Ostman Gold's perhaps going to finish it off there. Stug rushes ahead here across the field, ignoring any potential field guns might be hiding, though there are none there to deal with it. We're a bit further away. So there you go. Looks like the T-Sim does escape here. The wrath of the Sturmgeschütz. Though it does seem to be getting caught in the terrain here, so maybe not, maybe not. Stug spots, and there you go. Good hit. Ostman Elms finishes it off there. Sturmgeschütz 3 Aspengi gaining veterans 1 there. Nice addition there for Baoliang's Panzerwaffe. Get that? Storm artillery in this case. Ostman counting the conscripts. T-Sim there racing away. Fun fact about Stugs, initially the Sturmgeschütze were actually considered a part of the artillery branch of the German army's elite. So usually like the best German artillery crews would be operating Stugs. So a little fun fact there, a little fun fact. Constantly being hammered by Ostman machine gun, and possibly also a bit by the Stug Pinlock machine gun here. Ostman would probably assist as well if they actually were in cover. Ostman by a half A to veteran fleet and the ace load, pretty good there for Baoliang, pretty good. Ostman they're suppressed, they need a retreat and some replacements. We got Field 86 was 276. 110 point difference. Nothing further going in the base of Baoliang here versus JDS. Ostman westwards. Here we got the machine in the dealing with the Soviet infantry, but getting bombarded here by the SIS-3 division field gun. We can see there Baoliang is forced to retreat in the west here. Ostman with the conscripts and sending them packing. Another T-34-6, oh, 8 T-34-6 only for JDS, not another one. He has yet to go for one. Also, of course, worth knowing, we do have sector artillery ready here for Baoliang, so at the right time it could possibly make it much harder for JDS to push ahead and buy himself more time for a counter. And we got dull machine guns for Baoliang. I'm guessing that's a misclick, or there's something I'm missing out on here. Okay, I guess one of the mistakes is still is going for a total of 3 heavy machine gun teams here versus opponent, which is interesting. I mean, it's going to be great versus the infantry, let's agree with support weapons, but it's definitely not what I expect at this point of the match. Seizing the southern victory point again. We got 386 to 270. Ditchko firing away there, pushing back some of JDS's forces, as they do not have any desire to tangle with the heavy machine crew head on. An east machine moving up there as well for JDS. Bombardment going off, the Stug holding back alongside the Ostwind. This is still needed from significant repairs and touching up. Good hit by the Stug on the T-34-6. Half 8 to 52 on that one. Machine gun cannon here by the field guns and the infantry, primarily the infantry though. We got 386 for 262. Baoliang is doing a strong lead here over Baoliang, for JDS. And JDS needs to think to switch up his tactics versus Baoliang shouldn't have a chance of this. Stug gets to go down the T-34-6 again. Close to on that Sturmgeschütz there, Asfilngi, Ostman there, also close to something. Got another Stug here for Baoliang, got 2 Stugs, no, cancel the Stugs. I mean, you know, another Stug and another Ostman I think would be pretty good force composition here for Baoliang. The Ostman could clear up the infantry support and east, and the Stugs could just overwhelm Soviet armor fairly fast, but I'm guessing Baoliang has other plans in mind. Machine crew that cleared out. That was the Dishka. Could be reclaimed here by JDS and turned against Baoliang. If it's not got any intention of reclaiming, it should just destroy it here with the Stug and the Ostwind, which should be fairly quickly done. So JDS wants more back in control here versus Baoliang. Baoliang flooding resources. Is he planning something for tier 4? I mean, that would explain why suddenly flooding a bunch of manpower fuel. And there we go, heavy Panther up for Baoliang. It also buys JDS some respite, since again, that's a lot of resources, then doing nothing for some time, giving more time to apply damage to Baoliang. Now, and of course, maybe getting more advantage. In fact, he's certainly got more population right now on the field than Baoliang. So Baoliang here definitely putting a bit of risky one with just shooting Ostrom here while strong for that. Plus, he's lost almost all of the Ostroms. So right now, Baoliang is in fact really short infantry, makes it harder for him to actually control the map here versus JDS, who still has his full conscript squads. There's definitely some potential problems there. And do get Baoliang there with the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5, Pride of the Farsland. Figuring they're firing away. Shooting there's the conscripts. Punish the fine, they're trying to grab. There we go, they successfully grab it, or they successfully make it back home. Got the super to assist. There we go, Strategy 2 gain. Thumbs up there. Shoots and added. You see the heavy machine far from the field gun, the conscripts. And a wipe there on JDS finally. Panther's almost under for Baoliang. And it's spare for Band above. T-70 T-54 engaging here. Baoliang's forces. Panther is right about the corner here for Baoliang. Right about the corner. So there you go. Panzerkampfwagen 5 gefechtsbereit here for Baoliang and the German army. Throwing right next to the Panther Turm, a particular type of German fortifications. This is the more official one. There's also more improvised one, which just involved digging in a Panther into the dirt. Usually Panthers which they had much written off, otherwise not being able to move. Currently being engaged with the Austrian and the Panther. Pinlight machine halfway down there for the Panzerkampfwagen 5. In some cases, they could actually make those Panthers work anyways, which happened with the 11th SS Panzergrenadier Division, where they had received a bunch of Panthers to dig in to make Panther tombs, and then they could still actually make the Panthers work, and so suddenly the division had a battalion of Panthers. Fun fact. Bomb grenade off in the midst of the troops. Another T-54 for JDS and the Red Army. Excellent stuff there. Strugling out the west side here. Gauging the T-70, he's trying to but misses. Shot went a bit wide there. Second shot whips into the ground. That is some really bad luck here for Baoliang. Great for JDS, great. Strug disengaging these. We've got the Panther being rammed by the Panther. We've got air support landing calling there. Go rocket running for the Panther. Can Baoliang skip the Panther out of range? And there you go. The rocket instead hit the T-34. At least they would. They could do like friendly fire damage if they could go. And so they set the T-4 just being wasted here. Hospital has managed to reach the ace level. 2 thumbs up to Baoliang. 16 kills. Field and cleared up, but lacks the firepower nearby to finish it off. He's still super strong infantry. In fact, about to lose his Panzergrenadier squad, which would be fairly devastating here for him. And there you go, he did lose it. He's down just 1 awesome squad. His opponent with 3 infantry squads. So that could be a big problem there for Baoliang as the match goes on. And we got Sector 3 finally being utilized for Baoliang. He's actually got a ton of munitions floating, has been mining it all. That's a thumbs down there, by the way. But anyways, takes the call into defending points here. Interesting timing here. Panther being repaired. He closed the front line, holding off some of the troops. Actually firing down there, causing heavy casualties amongst JDS's infantry. He apparently wasn't expecting that. Oh dear, that was a close one there. That was a very close one. In the end, there doesn't get much more done than that, at least for now, as JDS, of course, has no intention of pushing into that any further. Very sensible. Of course, more gunneries here for Baoliang. Well, Morgan is going for some in the first place, but I think she'll go for some Panzer Grenadier. I feel it's been forwards here. Going to be at that point now that the Sector 3 has ceased. More gunneries there for Baoliang. Yeah, one issue the Germans had as the war went on was actually they suffered from a significant and very much chronic shortage of artillery shells, which in many cases had the German artillery had to conserve ammunition quite a bit. And it only got worse as the war went on, so Little fun fact there, 10 Panther not getting discussed as much. There you go, Panther rushing forward, straight hit from the field and punches right through the frontal armour. Great hit there. Damning in the Panther's a bit risk without any infantry support, in particular not assaulting from support, which again is where I think Panthers would do better here for Baoliang. Would be much better able to support his tanks. Almost got the T-70 here, but one small 8 swoops away there beyond the vengeance of the Wehrmacht. Stug in the repairs. Osman got repaired up here, 16 kills. Grenadier squad upgraded, another one also being upgraded. Thumbs up there to Baoliang. Now the T-54 JDS and the Red Army to replace the one he kind of threw away trying to take out the Panther. Roughing it off on the heavy machine gun team perhaps? No. Sounded like it. There you go, Flag Panther to the rescue here, engaging the machine gun crew there, but there you go, double field and see heading up behind the tree line. Immediately engage the Flag Panther forcing away. He still hasn't recruited that heavy machine gun. That's a bit impressive. Stug almost fixed up here. Halfway to the Escalation on that mighty Sturmgeschütz. T-54 almost done it for JDS and the Red Army. And there you go, fresh tank rolling out here to the front line. Back here in the base of Baoliang, reinforcement healing. T-7 sending out there, ground loss and pop for the Grenadiers. T-5 sending out for JDS and the Red Army. Grenadiers routed. Osprey now halfway to, well, death. T-5 engaging machine gun there, which finally got recruited here by Baoliang. Stug engaging him, getting off a good hit there. Oh, he actually didn't, I think. Misspoke there, misspoke. Nice use and consistent use by things in the on-pitch rounds here by Baoliang. Thumbs up to that, really good ability. Aircraft rushing by, Flag Panther flying away, they're not doing too much there. T-5 rushing forward, take the streak up there to assist. There we go, good hit, once. T-5 that bounces off the Stug's front armor, that's fairly lucky there. Now the hit there from the Stug would receive a hit as well from the field gun, but that does put it closer nonetheless to veteran 3 and increase mobility, and more importantly, increase rate of fire, a much more significant bit there compared to veteran 2, which is really marginal. Need to fix up the Stug and the Panther there. And he needs more infantry, and again I would strongly recommend some Panzer gun here. A mortar could also be an idea for Baoliang's better light artillery support here versus JDS, could I think do some heavier lifting there for him. Could do some heavier lifting. Got the conscript at the Grand Eastern point here. Panther needs some fixing there. Close to 21. There you go. Control straight ahead here into the Stug and the Osman. Plus the Panther machine guns and main guns and whatnot. Another Panther for Baoliang. Wow, double Panther. That seems really ambitious. But I suppose when you get 2 Panthers out, you have a fairly decent chance again versus double field guns. That may not matter as much. When Stug being picked forth, got the Panther rushing to line of 5, the Panther and the Stug. There's a definite mistake here by JDS. Being got sector artillery here called in to further try and disrupt the push. He almost got the T-54. Field gun line of 5, the artillery there. Could take some heavy damage. There you go, first shot goes from the conscripts. There you go, falling back here. I think it's time to realise what might happen to his forces, that the artillery's not yet hammering away. There we go. Machine crew taking hits, field and crew they're taking hit as well. There, half the crew is gone. Panther rushing forwards. Second Panther almost down there for Baoliang and the German army. We got 174 to 262. Actually, JDS having a really good victory point leader with Baoliang now. Definitely something Baoliang needs to fix fast. And more infantry would certainly help with that. Panther shooting the T-56, another ramming attempt. There you go, succeeds once more. But with shooting nearby, there you go, gaining ace level there. That T-54 is obviously going to be toast here. Kaput. Oh, only abandoned. That's a bit like an effort JDS in theory, but really only matches there. Needs to be one more shot. And there you go, T-34 kaput. Bit of a loss there for JDS, who's down just the T-7 light tank again. Baoliang, though, I think needs to focus more on the west side as well. He could send into the Panther there to help deal with the T-7, then open up for the troops to grab it. Pillar being added there. We've got an Osman blitz here for Baoliang, charging straight down JDS's lines here with the Osman, with the Panther. But in support is a bit more like there. We're going for the field gun crew. 21 kills on the mighty Flag Panther. We got air support called in here as JDS tries to desperately fend off the Osman. The rockets scream through the skies, hitting the ground, but not the Flag Panther. T-54 almost down here. Osman almost got the field, and there we go. Crew expired in the face of the mighty Flag Panther here. Opening up there with the field gun, trying to clear out the Flag Panther for the surge crew. It looks like Does he get it? Yes, narrowly gets it right under the nose here of Baoliang. Osman getting hit with the anti-tank grenade. Could actually risk losing here. That'd be a pretty significant blow here to Baoliang as he loses one of his best anti-infantry assets currently. Almost got the T-70 here, but I don't think it's going to be worth the Osman here, to be honest. I do not think it's going to be worth it. Or maybe not. Holy shit, 46 kills. Obviously, again, the Osmans, they don't count as much, but Jesus. It's still terrifying to see a T-70 with that many kills. And you know they're Osthuppen. Got the T-50 getting the right flank here. Baoliang's situation just got a bit dicey. I mean, he still has 2 Panthers, but they need a lot of fixing there. Of course, he also has the mighty Stug, but honestly, probably better off like just more Stugs and Osman than 2 Panthers, if one has to be entirely fair. But there you go. Troops rushing forward here with the JDS and the Red Army gets Baoliang's line. Panther gets a good hit. Close victory on that. Panzerkampfwagen 5. Of course, let's see what JDS does next. We got 122 versus 259. JDS still has a strong lead over Baoliang in terms of victory points. A strong lead. Another field gun there for JDS, probably help deal with the Panthers, since the Panthers do not perform well against field guns. Admittedly, neither does Stug, but at least the Stug is cheaper about it. There's quality going for the car point by JDS and his merry band of Marxists. Back here, Stug in need of repairs. Panthers, of course, also being fixed up. Back here, nothing going there for Baoliang. All 3 troops heading out. The T-54 fixed up here for JDS and the Red Army. There you go. T-54 line of fire, the Stug and the Osthuppen. There you go. Panther fires off. Could he finally take out the T-70? Could he finally put an end to this Grim Reaper of Osthuppen? Does finally manage to take it out with the might of the Sturmgeschütz. Thumbs up. Counter-wing 14 engaging the Grenadiers out in the open. Well, not quite open. They got a bit of light cover here from a bit of dirt that looks slightly more brown than the rest of the dirt. Quickly, men, to the brown dirt! It will provide protection against Russian fire! How? Don't question the brown dirt! And his Panthers falling back here a bit. We got 4 kills on that one, close to 22. We got 122 to 233. What will Baoliang go for next? I mean, some Panther grenades I think be a good investment. Going for the victory point. Could try and call in some sectors at the right place. I think that could make it harder. Although not on the center one, that's for sure. I think it would have been good if to S-mark some of the more, extreme points like the 2 on the flanks here. So that would make it harder for like DDS to run up to deal with them. Panther taking 10 damage from all the 3 field guns. Almost knocked out pretty rapidly. Highlighting a bit of the problem with the Panthers is the counters to the Panther just so much cheaper and cost efficient. Which really just, I think, undercuts a lot of what the Panther can do unless like they add more firepower to it some way or the other. Up north we got engaged being forced for the northern victory punch too. They need a bit of assistance there. Awesome routed. Another Panther for Baoliang. Good Gott im Himmel. Triple Panthers. Have we actually ever seen that before? I'm not entirely sure. That's... I mean, maybe that can actually work, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so Sturmpanzer, I mean... Yeah, fair enough. Troops enforcing healing, but Baoliang definitely struggling with the map control despite having all of this armor. The field guns make it hard for him, and again, the lack of infantry to proper support the Panthers also make things harder here for Baoliang. We've got 7 kills on the Panther. This machine attack doing some good bit of damage, and that's probably one thing I think people perhaps aren't aware of, but the Panther machine is actually quite good. The problem is just with the Panther, you typically don't want to get close, so it's being a bit counterproductive. Anyways, second Panther almost fixed up. Sturmpanzer almost done here for Baoliang. But certainly a bit of blood to lose. The Osman got 86 versus 222. JDS continues to endure strongly despite an opponent with so many Panthers. And a Stug. MG4 also got anything southwards. They're going to go for the points here, but need to be careful. And there goes Sturmpanzer 4. Gefechtsbereit here for Baoliang and the German army. He's going to catch us on the northern point. Panther to deal with that. We got the Stug remaining reserve here for Baoliang currently. We got 68 versus 222. 65. Things are bleeding out here rapidly for Baoliang. Got the conscript to block the ground in the southern point. Panther rushing forwards here for Baoliang, racing straight between it. This is Westmont's going to be nice. We got the Panther number 2 with a deeper dive here against JDS, rushing in the Panther's damage engine here. Where are the Panzer on these Baoliang? We got the Sturmpanzer up here. I think she's using the Panther's bait to draw away attention from the front line. The Sturmpanzer, that's actually not half bad here, but Baoliang still needs more proper infantry support here. The gun is just uncutting it. Got one field gun, that's a small win here. Panthers didn't get the T-54. Panthers crossing infantry. Stuart dealing with the machine he's trying to. No, he's racing in towards the centre as well there. And there goes Sturmpanzer down. Ultimately was not before JDS's field guns. We got 52 versus 222. Stu rushing in there. Panther moving in there. Nice hit. Stu being flanked with the T-34 from 6. We got the Austin as a press, but then before 2 under JDS's command. Stu the landing good in the T-34. Panthers keep firing with the machine guns and all the soaked armour. Also try and take out that T-54 and finish it off there. Then he's retreating. Got the light machine gun drop. This is suffered another wipe there. Got the T-54 with the Panther. We got Betchy to the edit. Schutzen. So good. We got 52 versus 219. It's ever closer for Baoliang. He's frantically driving around his arm, using the machine to try and gun down. Think of that. Panther going to say lack something to quickly clear out these support weapons or those moss spins. His ultimate, the Sturmpanzer, in that case, to like park in front of them, or at least can't move fast enough to just keep kiting the field guns, which is what an Ostman could have done here for him. Oh, he moves the Ostman from the field gun. Ah, scheiße! Panther getting pelted with anti-tank grenades. It's a complete mess there going on the crew, and there you go. A Stück kaputt. A tragic loss for the German army and the German peoples. Das Vaterland weeps. Panther there, 9 kills. We got 14 in the other one. Infantry being murdered here, but Baoliang is struggling. We got finding some more Panthers here for Baoliang. Field guns post down there. We got 45 versus 219. Got one of the field gun crews again. 15 kills on the Panther. 13 on the arm. Again, the machine guns can do surprisingly well, but again, you typically just don't want to get close with them. It's like, the toast is a great bath, thermometer, great, but you typically don't want to bloody well dip it in your shower, now do you? Anyways, and news routed by the Panther. You got another 6 still going. I feel like it's a bit just more like, because it can rather than does anything at this point. We got 34 versus 219. T-54 moving out there. Panther's heavily damaged. Got 14, got 19 kills there. Knocked out Panther with the anti-tank grenades. Got 29 versus 19. Most of his tier 4 stuff is dead. Meanwhile, JDS just keep turning out T-54 from 6 at an incredibly efficient pace here. We got 26 versus 219. Baoliang keeps firmly fighting for das Vaterland. His men being gutted, but still fighting him. Machine crew by the Pioneers. Punch from Western point, they're forced to retreat as soon. They got the point neutral, but if they lose them, I think it's going to be hard here to recover anyways. Panther and down repairs, there go troops routed. We got 25 versus 219. Seems like Baoliang for now has managed to stabilize with JDS, buying himself some respite, some breathing room versus JDS and the Red Army. But JDS just keeps trying to pressure, keeps trying to undermine here any sense of stability and confidence with Baoliang here. She just charges forward, ordering attack after attack. Got the machine crew there, posed out. Even just for the heavily damaged Panther with no functioning guns to stop the T-34, meaning Baoliang at this point may in fact just have lost. Since if we can't stop the T-34, the rest of his forces will pretty much just get annihilated by the T-34. 25 versus 206. 204. 202. 201. And there you go. Back to bleeding here for Baoliang. His Panther, of course, still in dying repairs. Halfway to the ace level. And there you go. GG for Baoliang. A loss here for the German army. A victory for the Red Army. A brutal fight here on Bocage from a great place from both sides from the end again. We just really see like the issues with the Panther in tier 4. But also just the issue with not having enough infantry. Again, like he should have gone for Panther grenadiers rather than grenadiers at this point to support his Panthers better. Then again, arguably he's just gone for Ostmans and more Stugs. I think they've done a lot better than trying for Panthers and Sturmpanzers. But still, nice fight here. And JDS also really showing some really great disruptive play. Then definitely make it much harder for Baoliang to execute the strategy. Like 2 thumbs with JDS. Really good play there. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, do tell enemies. This is Imperial Links in Cheers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow again for our last episode. Bye.